Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And over the years, a lot of you have suggested I try Halder Mallets and Facom Hammers, as well as other Facom tools. And so I did. I got a couple of Halder, however you say it, mallets, and this small Facom hammer. I'll start with that. What's interesting about this, Facom is a French company that has been bought out by the Stanley Black & Decker conglomerate. So it's in the same ballpark now as DeWalt and Craftsman and Mac and Proto, among others. I don't know if it's made for sure in France. I think it was made in France. I got it out of a store in the United Kingdom, UK, so it was imported from France. Anyway, this one here is called the Pro Fiber. It's a 200-gram head engineer's hammer or engineering hammer. It is very similar to an old Plum that I've got. This Plum the handle's cracking. It's old school, more of an antique right now, but very similar design. This has a DIN 1041 rating, and that has to do with, I guess, the hardness, the chip resistance, and the kind of metal that was used in the head. They call this the Pro Fiber, and that's because of the handle. This has, they call it a graphite handle. It's got a little bit of a rubbery feel, maybe similar to kind of the snap-on rubbery part, or maybe the multi-component grip on a Knipex. And I think there's graphite in the mix, or inside somehow. It's designed as a small hammer. There is a larger, actually a set of larger versions very similar to this with greater overstrike protection and different hammer or handle material that they call locksmith's hammers. But anyway, that's the Facom there. And then the Halders, Halder makes for their mallets 8 different head materials across 5 different hardnesses or softnesses, or however you want to measure it. So what we've got here basically is hardness 1, hardness 2, hardness 3, and hardness 4, and then there's full-on metal for hardness 5. This is the Simplex, or the Baseplex, excuse me. This is the Simplex here. Baseplex, as far as I can tell, you have interchangeable screw-off heads, but the top of this stays firmly attached. You can see there's a roll pin stuck in there. And you can get them in different types of handle material, a couple of different woods, fiberglass, but they're quite affordable. This one was only about 20 bucks. And so I'm glad you guys suggested this. It does fit into actually my stable of hammers. I don't have anything quite like this with the small plastic heads. I have a PB Swiss Dead Blow that's similar, but certainly a lot more expensive. Halders are made in Germany, and they seem to be a company that is still under their own control at the moment. This is kind of an interesting one. This is the Simplex 40, and the 40 has to do with the head, or the diameter of the head size here. But on this Simplex 40, made in Germany as well, you can adjust the hammer quite easily by simply using a 6mm hex, and then you unscrew this center, kind of a compression bolt through the center of the head. You can see it just has a nut on one side. And once this comes loose, the handle pops right out. So you do have interchangeable handles or easily replaceable handles. You can get them in kind of a softer wood, hickory, fiberglass. And then the heads come in different materials as well, different hardnesses of steel. This one I believe is zinc on this side, this smaller one here. This is steel, and then you can get I don't know if it's reinforced steel or hardened steel. But anyway, then these little hammer heads pop out. So you could swap these or replace them easily, so you don't have to worry. And these are easily available. You just order the size you need and the hardness, and then swap them back. Swap them out. This one does have, this is the softest one here, and it does have a wooden insert, which I found kind of interesting. This is also non-marring, doesn't leave blue anywhere. And if you look at the design of this, it's kind of neat. Simple little symmetrical piece, snaps together. So You just have to produce one form here, and then there is no right or left, just you need two of them. And then drop this in. If you want to switch these around for some reason for your handle logo, or right or left-handed, you can. And then I'm going to line it back up to where the grooves grabbed it. You can see there are indentations in here to seat the piece so it stays in there. There we go. You felt it pop in there. Line that up. Maybe I'll do it this way here. I'll do it that way. I was thinking of which end I wanted. Push it up there tight, and then just simply cinch that down, tighten it, and there we go. Good to go. Anyway, so I've got a couple of Halders and the Facom. So I always enjoy it when you suggest tools. Teaches me to look outside my usual kind of snap-on and, well, snap-on, and then find other ones around the world. Good design. I like this a lot. It is a heavy head, very heavy head, compared to the handle, so good striking there. I would compare it to the Estwing maybe. But also this guy here, good overstrike protection. Should you hit that into the metal, this one here also has good overstrike protection in this collar. This one here, if I didn't mention, is about 20 bucks, maybe a little bit more now. And this one here is probably about 30, maybe a couple bucks more by now. I'll put links below. This one here was about 20, as I mentioned. But anyway, there's some cool new hammers. More fun with tools. And with that, Doc out.